Levels.
Levels.
After we go on hiatus, we always run long when we come back.
Yeah. Does somebody already need to alert the affiliates?
I actually said that one night this year during Football Friday night. Jake and I were down in PCM, Prairie City, Monroe, and it was the Lightning game, and there was lightning coming, and we played a quarter, and then the lightning started, and then we were down for like an hour, and then they came back on and they played for like 10 minutes. The lightning started again, and I'm like, oh, whoa, somebody's going to need to, as I'm giving my report, I'm like, oh, somebody's going to need to notify the affiliates because we're running long tonight. But I actually said that anyway.
And that, toddlers, is exactly why we run long.
That's fair. Hi, toddlers. Welcome to Talking to Todd, a weekly podcast with Dwayne Johnson and Todd Prinz, where failure is always an option. Thanks for joining us. Hey, Todd.
Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good. How are you?
Not too bad. Back in the new location, not the undisclosed. Back in the United States. Made it through immigration. I'm sure somebody lost a bet. Anyway, we're back. Not in the studio yet. The studio hasn't been constructed yet. So once again, a big shout out. This is recording facilities this week are provided by Lisa, who's letting me use her office until I get a studio set up. Thank you, Lisa. I mean, technically, she actually allows the studio to exist anywhere it is, but specifically, this is now in her space.
Specifically this week. Yes.
Yeah. By the way, everybody, just toddlers, so the cold open had Dwayne tells a quick story. He doesn't say how long it's going to be. It's just in brackets. Dwayne tells a quick story. Now, what I don't know, you guys, I was right there with you. I don't know when he says tells a quick story. Is it actually a quick story, or is he using quick ironically? And this thing's going to go on and on. So just so that you know, in my head, you had until the 3-minute 30 mark of the recording
before you were going to jump in.
That story was going to end at 3:30, whether you were done or not. We were going to move on.
Totally fair. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Let's see. Feedback, follow-up, and updates.
Yep.
Amy and I listened to the episode where you had me guessing how much Amazon delivery driver services get paid.
Or don't get paid. Yes. Yes.
Per package. And I believe I guessed 74 cents.
Yes. Something. Yes. I believe so.
Which was high.
Yes.
Amy guessed a nickel. And she was closer than I was by a ton. By a ton. She guessed a nickel. And she thought she was being funny when she guessed it. And then when the number was actually 12 cents. Yeah, that was a good one. That was excellent.
It's what happens when you let a business manager start guessing what Amazon pays. Oh, I know. We're behind. Because of reasons. We're a bit behind, trying to catch up. We were flying over back. I don't know. Lisa was listening to the episode of where I asked you to guess how long a baseball lasted, how many pitches.
Oh yes,
yeah. And I believe you started with like 6 or 8 pitches, or I don't know. Lisa goes, it's 3. And it came in at like, what, 2.2?
Something like that. Yes.
Yeah. And so we eventually got to it, and she says, I'm really good at this game. Which is better. It's good that she's not playing, because it's much better when you're playing. But that does point out, when it's time for Dwayne guess a number, part of this is everybody gets to play.
That's right.
It is America's favorite game, because America gets to go, that can't be the right number. What else do we have?
What was the Jeff Foxworthy show? Are you smarter than a Dwayne? Is that
That was a mix. That was a matchup between Jeff Foxworthy's show and It's a Different World. Are you smarter than a Dwayne?
are you
Yeah,
smarter than a Dwayne Wayne?
yeah,
Is what that would be.
yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Let's see. From Greg, did I just hear Todd create the law of conservation of earbuds?
Shout
Where,
out to the science teacher.
yep,
Yes, that is exactly what I was going for.
earbuds can be neither be created nor destroyed.
Yes.
Yes. Mhm. Jesse sent us a note. Did you read Jesse's note about the iPhone suck? Did I get that correct?
Sock.
Okay. Todd, what is the iPhone sock?
It was inspired by a piece of cloth, and it was 3D knitted. And it was a collab between Apple and a Japanese design company, which basically is a piece of cloth with looks like a slit in it, so that you can two sizes. The short size you can use it like a handle, and you can basically put your phone in it, and you can carry it around in this like little bag. And the long one, you can put over your shoulder, where it's a crossbody strap, and then put your phone in. The short one went on sale for $149. And the long one, I believe, sold for $229. Yes.
A glorified purse that holds your phone and nothing else.
I think they said you could put other stuff in it, but not with your phone at the same time. I mean, you could put other things. It did point out that if you stretch the material, you could see the screen without having to take it out of it. I say it was sold. It's sold for. I will tell you, when that came out, Jesse sent it to us, and I was like, "Oh, this is nuts." They went on sale last Friday. They sold out online from Apple.com, at least in the United States. They sold out the day they went on sale. Now, we don't know how many they made. We don't know how many they expected to sell, but they probably guessed right. They were also on sale in 12 stores, flagship Apple stores around the world on the same day. So the Fifth Avenue store in New York, I think a store in Hong Kong, I think a store in Paris. They also went on sale at the Regent Street store in London. Guess where we were on Friday when they went on sale?
Oh dear. Did you come home with one?
Oh no, please,
Oh,
no.
okay.
But we were on Regent Street. We were walking up and down. We walked past the store and went, "Hey, look at those!" And so we went in and we did take a look at them. So we could have bought one, even though they were sold out in the United States. We could have bought one. Lisa did not want to buy one. She thought they were nuts. Also, very telling, the Apple employees around the store who were there to show you how they, here's
How this works.
Yeah, none of them were wearing one, including the guy that was like the primary guy who was to sale. He was wearing like a fanny pack to keep stuff in, but not the thing that he was selling. He also seemed like he was having a really bad day, but whatever, that's neither here nor there. So we could have, and then after we left, Lisa's like, "Who are the idiots that are buying that?" And I'm like, "Well, I don't know. I hear that they're sold out online." I said, "I bet you a bunch of those people are people that are buying them and immediately turning around and selling them on eBay." At which point Lisa said, "Oh, wait, if you tell me that I can go buy those here and then flip them immediately, I wonder what the limit is." However, we did not return with them.
It's an investment. No.
Here's the thing. All my Apple Tech podcasts, I know this isn't Todd's Tech Corner, all my Apple podcasts, I was waiting for everybody to go, "This is nuts." And what everybody said is, "Look, this is a fashion thing. clearly, right? It's a collab with a fashion house.
Right.
Supposedly, this kind of carry system is incredibly popular in Japan. You know what? Not everything that Apple makes has to be for everybody. That's fine. It's for somebody. It's not for me.
Just not me.
But, I good for them, I guess. Also, don't wear them as socks. Because that's a really expensive sock. I mean, you only get one, and then you got to buy. Anyway.
Then you got to buy another one, and they don't
Yeah.
match, and they're anyway.
Yeah. Who else did we hear from?
Toddler Matt Damon.
Yep.
Sent me a report that the Bears are now. Are you familiar with the good, better, best chant that the Bears do in the locker room?
Quasi. I mean, I'm aware of the overall chant to begin with, and I think I heard a little bit of it. I think they stole it from like middle school football. Good, better,
Something.
best.
Never let it rest.
Never let it rest until your
Till
good,
your good
is
gets
better,
better and your better gets
better
best.
is best. And now let's have
Bears
some
on three.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
1, 2, 3 Bears.
Juice boxes for everybody.
Yeah, they're saying that's
Nope. We're not juicing in the NFL locker room, guys. No, we're not. That was taken out of context.
So
grab your Uncrustables.
We'll get to that in a minute. The Bears are now serving the good, better, best slider trio at Soldier Field. The good is a cheeseburger with Levy's secret sauce. The better is a braised short rib with pickled red onions. And the best is a seared beef tenderloin with garlic herb butter and flaked salt. Sign me up.
Are these sliders or are they
These are sliders.
Full-size burgers? Okay,
Nope,
okay.
Three sliders in a basket, and they look awesome. Okay, so the question now, Todd.
How much? Well, probably less than the iPhone sock, but not by much. Okay, let's see. You got 3 sliders. Good, better, best.
A cheeseburger, a braised short rib, and a seared beef tenderloin.
$17.99.
You are low.
Damn it. I had a number and then I added to it so I wouldn't go under. $21.99.
$23. And my reaction was, wow, it's Soldier Field. That's a bargain. I'll take one of those. That's a deal. They do look really, really good.
Good, better, best. Never let it rest till your good is better and your better is damn expensive. Okay.
So there was that. And then this morning, actually, from Michael, Toddler818, sent me daily trivia. Todd, what is the most viewed video on YouTube and how many views does it have? Here's a hint. Maybe this will help. It won't.
Okay.
It's a song that once made it onto Billboard's Top 100.
Okay. Rick Astley's Never Gonna Give You Up with 712 million views.
This is a little scary. I guessed Rick Astley.
Okay.
And 950 million views.
Okay.
The answer is the Baby Shark dance.
Okay.
And the answer for how many views is over 16 billion.
This is why, you know what? Hey, Michael, this is just, you got the new baby in the house. You keep the remote away because this, you know how you get 16 billion views is when the kid goes, I want to see Baby Shark, Baby Shark, Baby Shark, Baby Shark.
Thank you, Michael. Appreciate you. I did have one. Actually, this came from Amy.
Okay.
I said, I can't remember what we were talking about. It may have been The Neil Diamond. It was. We were talking about the Neil Diamond musical.
Yeah.
And I said all of the songs in there in the musical are Neil Diamond songs.
Yeah.
Whereas, because I said there were songs in Jersey Boys that aren't Jersey Boys songs. There are songs in Jersey Boys that aren't Frankie Valli songs. I sit corrected. She's not wrong. All songs in Jersey Boys are, by definition, Jersey Boys songs.
Now, there are 3 Bruce Springsteen songs in that musical, but technically he is a Jersey boy, so it all counts. I'm making that up. That's not Todd.
That is
That's
not.
stop. Don't do that, because now that's gonna somebody's gonna believe you on that.
And then I had, let's see if this will actually open or not. So I was in high V. This is under follow up. Did that make it to you?
Oh, just arrived. I think I owe somebody 12 cents. All right. I am looking at, oh boy. Somebody's not listening to the podcast, are they? This is Hy-Vee CrustBusters peanut butter and grape jelly crustless sandwiches with the edges crimped.
But you know how they're getting away with this?
How's that?
Those are square. Those are square crustless sandwiches. They are not circles.
Oh, well.
And I'm walking down the frozen food aisle and I look over and I'm like, oh, those are square. Okay, they're good. Okay, because I saw the crimping around the edge.
Yeah. Do they also come in strawberry? It looks like the box next to them does look like
the box next to them. Yes,
peanut butter and strawberry.
Yes.
Yeah. Huh.
Yes.
And this includes no artificial flavors or colors. Really? I don't. Yeah.
Also, just thaw and eat. Do you? But then right below that it says keep frozen. So do you want to thaw and eat them, or are you supposed to keep them frozen? I'm.
Feels like order of operations. Those two should be flipped. Keep frozen, then below it, just thaw and eat.
I think
Step
yes.
1, keep frozen. Step 2, thaw and eat. Because what you're saying now is just thaw and eat and keep frozen. Anyway, that's. Although now that I realize that more places are doing this, I'm surprised that an NFL team, in order to get sponsorship money, hasn't got the official crustless sandwich partner of your Carolina Panthers.
Anyway, saw that in Hy-Vee and I thought of you. I guess. Anyway.
This podcast makes us make weird connections. Okay, anyway.
I did. Did you have anything for Todd's Tech Corner as presented by the Taylor Center for Technology Policy?
I mean, I already gave the review of the in-store experience for the Apple socks, so I think that covers my Tech Corner stuff.
I was talking. Well, we talked about Apple Cubed.
Yes.
They've rolled out a new logo.
Yes. Yeah.
We were watching Slow Horses the other night, and they've rolled out this new logo. Amy says it's going to give her seizures. She is not a fan. I don't know where I filed that complaint with, but Amy is not a fan of the new Apple Cubed logo.
But it incorporates liquid glass.
It reminds me of remember the old NBC Peacock logo?
Yeah.
That's what it reminds me of. And lastly, before we get to America's favorite game, Drake basketball has started this week, and Drake has a player named Eli Shetler. Eli went off the other night, and he was going to be player of the game. And I decided that he needs to be, because it's Eli, he needs to be the Talking to Todd player of the game. Eli may be the Talking to Todd player of the game of every game because it's Eli. But we're excited that Drake basketball is back, and I will start disappointing coaches on Friday night. So there you go.
How's the cardio cardio preparation for the season going?
I have been hitting the treadmill in the basement.
Okay, you're supposed to walk on it, not just hit it, but that's, whatever. You do you.
You're you're welcome. Can I set you up for that there? I walked 18 holes at blank, which is pretty flat. I walked 12 holes at Waveland, which is not flat. But I've been doing a lot of walking the last 3 weeks to try to get ready for basketball season. I am not ready for basketball season, but I'm more ready than either of my other two partners. So this should be fun.
Quick question. Are there a lot of hills that you have to walk on basketball courts?
No, but there are mountains to die on.
Yeah, well, good point. Tuck your shirt in, son.
Oh.
Dwayne's never going to guess it.
Who, me?
Never ever going to guess it?
I don't know.
No, Dwayne's never going to guess it.
Yas Queen?
Never ever going to guess it.
That's right. That sound means it's time for America's favorite game. It's time for Dwayne Guess a Number. Okay, hit me.
All righty, here we go. We're doing some more European football adjacent.
Great.
Yep. And we're going to Turkey because there's been a bit of a, how, a couple of weeks ago, there was 3 or 4 NBA players or former NBA players or an NBA head coach that all got arrested for betting. Do you remember that coming out?
I do remember that. Yes.
Yeah. And everybody was like, oh my goodness, what's the NBA going to do? And now Congress wants to talk to all the leagues because there's concerns. So the Turkish Super League, which is the premiership of Turkey, and their other leagues, the League One, 1 league, 2 league, and 3 league. So 4. And again, because it's European football, League 1 is the 2nd division, League 2 is the 3rd division, and League 3 is the 4th division. It all makes sense. This is also the same place, though, that, in England, the first floor is on the 2nd floor because the first floor is the ground floor. Whatever.
Right.
Okay, fine.
Yes.
Just go with it. Anyway, they recently suspended some players for a betting scandal across their 4 leagues. Dwayne, how many players in Turkey across their 4 leagues were suspended at the beginning of November for betting infractions?
Okay. Here's I'm gonna come clean. I saw a headline.
Yep.
About this story.
Yes.
And I went, that can't be right.
Do you remember it?
For the life of me, I can't remember what the number was. 17,000 players?
Okay, that's more than play in all 4 leagues. So it's not that.
Okay, so it's 1,700 players.
Yeah. You did go over, but 1,024 players were suspended for betting infractions. Of those 1,024, 27 of them were in the top flight.
Oops.
And represent 14 of the 18 teams in the top flight, including 2 at the current champions, Galatasaray.
You turkeys.
Yeah. That okay. I saw that. You know what? I should. Okay, Kevin, we got to vet these better, buddy. We got to just you got to think about this. No, just you got to think about what he's going to do. Anyway, okay. There were so many players suspended. The Super League and League 1 is going to continue playing. So many players got suspended that League 2 and League 3, they suspended games because they had too many players that they couldn't actually put matches on while they figure out what the hell they're going to do. Okay.
Combining teams and combining leagues. We have 6 teams left. You know what? You're tier 2 and 3 all together.
Yeah. Now, okay. But they weren't the only ones. This was the second shoe to drop because 2 weeks prior to that, Some other people were suspended. This, Dwayne, hits a little closer to home. They also suspended some match referees.
Oh,
Now,
really? Oh, I didn't know this part.
yes. So there are 571 current match officials in Turkish football for the 4 leagues. Dwayne, how many of the 571 were suspended for betting on games?
20%, 100, 110?
149 match officials.
This is not a Turkish delight.
See, Kevin, that's what I'm telling you, bud. The bans range between 8 to 12 months. I wonder what the under and over is on that. Anyway,
The question is, did they win? Were they making some serious gravy?
well, here's what they found. Of the 571 officials, 371 of the match officials had betting accounts. And of those 371, 152 actively gamble on sports, including one official who had wagered 18,277 times, and a further 10 referees that had placed more than 10,000 bets each. 7 referees and 15 assistant referees were actively making 7 of the officials and 15 assistant referees were actively making bets, are ones who officiate in the top 2 divisions. So when we say betting accounts, they weren't all necessarily. This is why 371 have active betting accounts, 149 got suspended. The other ones were betting on other stuff, but it's not great to have your match officials with active betting accounts.
We're not, but I mean, we're not talking about the Talking to Todd DraftKings account that currently sits at like $3.24.
Yeah, and that is
Yeah, we place
used
like,
a couple of times a year.
right, exactly. Yeah, that's what yes. This is not that.
No, this is 10,000 bets. So anyway, if anybody, I'm just going to throw this out. If anybody's ever wanted to play professional soccer or referee professional soccer, I have a sneaking suspicion tryouts will be held very soon in towns across Turkey to make up for the, again, 1,024 players and 149 referees. And I'll just finish it off with this. Investigations continue because they don't think they've gotten to the bottom of it.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Wow. So you know how sometimes our idiots are stories that we find on the news?
Yes.
This week, my idiot was a personal experience.
Okay.
I'd been having a slow leak in my rear passenger side tire on the truck. And I went to go put air in it and discovered myself the nail that was in the tire.
Mm.
I'm like,
Okay.
oh, okay.
Well, there's your problem.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So I'm like, well, it's a really slow leak. I'm okay. Put the air in, filled it up, hop in the truck, run over, pick up Jake. We fill the back of the truck and haul and get out to the dump, not losing any air the whole way. Unload the truck, get back, drop Jake off. And in the meantime, I'm like, okay, well, I need to go, put a plug in this thing. I don't think I need to replace the tire. I think I can just have somebody plug it. And Jake says, well, you should just go to, Walmart Auto will just do it. And they might even, yeah, I think it's like, so Jake gets on his phone, blink, 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 $15. Repair a tire, no problem. Walmart in Altoona, no problem. Right there, right near Jake's house, 2 minutes away. Pop over there. I'm like, they don't close till 7:00. It's 3:30. Fantastic, easy. So drop off Jake, head to Walmart. As I walk up, I go in the customer entrance, and there's 2 guys in the bay, and I wave at the guys, and then I go through the door into the counter area. so that I can talk to somebody about getting my car repaired. And the door closes behind me.
Okay.
And there is no one at the counter area. Huh. Okay, well, there's two guys in there. I'll just go back and talk to. No, the door locks behind me. And I look at the sign on the wall, on the door, that says, even though the automotive department is supposed to be open until 7 o'clock, the new sign that was clearly printed out relatively recently on the local laser printer says, "Sorry, our shop now closes at 4 o'clock." Fine. And now I'm stuck and I can't go talk to the other guys because the door is locked. So I knock on the window. The guy eventually comes over. "Hey, yeah, can you repair a tire?" I'm like, stupid question. Who's the idiot? This is me now, twice in this story. "Can you repair a tire?" Hell yes, I can repair a tire. I work at a tire shop. What do you think I do for a living? "Yes, but you need an appointment." Okay. And we
Can
close
I?
at 4 o'clock.
Can I and will I are two entirely different questions.
But he was super helpful, even though I was the idiot. He's like, "Well, we're going to close, but discount tire?" I'm like, "Right over there that I drove by on my way to the Walmart? Yeah, discount tire. They'll repair that flat for free." "Really? Okay. Well, then I'll go do that then." "Fantastic. Thanks, buddy." Hop in the truck, head over to Discount Tire. "Yep, no problem. We'll have you fixed up in 45 minutes. 90 minutes later, my tire was fixed, but it was free. And eventually I'm going to need to put new tires on the truck. I may go back to Discount Tire because, I mean, I know that's their point.
Yeah. Yeah.
We provide good service. You'll come back and eventually buy $1,000 worth of tires. I know that that's what but I'm like, okay, so, but the walking through the door and hearing it click behind me, if you've never experienced that, crap.
I do have a question about their compliance with the fire code, if I'm really honest. I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to be locked in a commercial building.
Well, I could go through the other door into the all of the Walmart. I just couldn't get back to where the people were that I needed to talk to.
Okay. Again, though, fire code. I can't use the exterior door. I have to run into the burning building to get out of the burning building. Again,
that's true. That's fair. Yes. Yes.
Different, but still fire code.
Safety over safety? Whatever. Anyway, what idiot did you bring this week?
This would flow into travel stories, but it's slightly different. I mean, it's not my travel story. However, United Airlines has asked a federal judge to dismiss a class action lawsuit against it. So, what the class action lawsuit alleges is that United Airlines, I'm assuming when you go to book flights, United Airlines, like many other airlines, is upcharging for preferred seats and different seats. If you want an aisle seat, you have to pay more. You know, if you want it, whatever. They have charged for a number of years for window seats. Well, people have noticed. So given how airplanes are laid out, you can have a seat next to the wall of the plane and there not be a window there. I don't know if you've ever experienced that.
On my last flight, I did, yes.
Yeah, right? Okay. United has been charging people additional fees to sit in window seats, and then people sit down and find out that they don't have a window. And after a while, somebody said, "You know what? This sucks, and we're going to file a class action lawsuit." United is coming out and saying, hey, I need you to dismiss this case before we even hear it. Because it's a proposed class action, right? So it hasn't been granted class action status yet. So this is pretty preliminary. Here is United's filing to the court of why this case should be dismissed and not turn into an actual class action lawsuit. Quote, the word window identifies the position of the seat, i.e., next to the wall of the main body of the aircraft. The use of the word window in reference to a particular seat cannot be reasonably interpreted as a promise that the seat will have an exterior window view. Let that sink in. United is saying when you pay extra for a window seat, you cannot reasonably assume you have a window. It just means the position of the seat closest to the plane where the window may or may not be, but window doesn't mean window. This is why people hate corporations.
To the window, to the wall. No. The last flight I took, I had a non-window window seat.
Did you have to pay extra for it?
No.
See, again, if you didn't have to, it's one thing to pick a seat on a seat map and say, I'm going to sit here. It's another thing to say, this is a window seat, pay us an extra $39.
Right. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll pay for the extra, extra. Though you would hope that if you pay to sit in an exit row by the window, that it has a window.
On the other hand, if it's a Boeing aircraft, any row could be an exit row. You just never know.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
The other thing I will say, and the thing that is so, this is the part, like, that's terrible. That's this whole window doesn't mean window. Nobody could reasonably expect window to mean window. The thing that is ridiculously annoying about this, though, so as part of the way that airlines sell tickets, there is a standard code about fare class and whether it's an aisle or a window seat. That is standardized in computer systems. There is a designation in the computer systems that denotes that a seat is closest to the wall of the aircraft but does not have a window. That data, they know it. They have it loaded in their systems. And their system, yes, all of the data exists. Most other airlines use that data when selling seats to tell you. You might have even seen on some airlines, you hover over and it might even tell you this seat does not have a window. It can tell you that because it knows exactly what the aircraft layout is and the computer systems have it. United has the data. The computer systems have the data. They could simply not charge you if you hovered over it. They could say, oh, this seat does not have a window, and then not charge you for it. They could even tell you it does not have a window. Do you want to pay for an upgrade? They aren't using the data that they have. They're suppressing the data specifically to charge you more for a window seat that doesn't exist. So this isn't like, oh, you wouldn't believe how difficult this is. There's no way we could do this. Almost every other airline does it, and United actually has the data. They're just not using the data. Yeah, it's not an accident. It's malice.
It's not a bug, it's a feature.
Exactly. It's worth a lot of money to us. So there you go. Congratulations, United. I will also say, I don't have this in here, but I'm pretty sure there is also a similar proposed class action lawsuit has been filed against Delta for the exact same reasons.
Well, if they have all that data, it's just then available once you subpoena it.
Yeah. It's actually available through third-party sites who query their data. Yeah.
Huh. But But Delta then also and United then also have in their files who is and isn't an affected class member because they
Yeah.
have the data and they have who sat in the seat.
Yeah.
Because I'm sitting here thinking,
Hey,
hell, I can't remember. I mean, I remember the last one because I was just on it, but I couldn't tell you how many times in the last 15 years I've had that experience or when or on which airline or any of that. How would I even know? Thank God there's data. There you go.
and that would probably be part of the class findings. Hey Delta, tell me how many people, or in this case, hey United, tell me how many people you screwed over.
Oh,
You're going to have to be more specific.
yeah, the answer is all of them.
Which file are you needing here?
So you were on an airplane lately. Do you have travel stories?
Yeah, just a couple. We flying. Our itinerary was kind of stupid because we now live in a new town than when we booked the tickets. Versus, it doesn't matter. Anyway, suffice it to say, we had to drive 4 hours and then fly an hour to get back to the city that we started from before we could get on the plane to London. Anyway, it's cool. It's not even the weirdest thing that's happened to us in the last month. Anyway, that's fine. We did. So we were on Salt Lake, getting ready for the direct flight to London. Push back, and then we sit there in just outside the gate. Turn the plane, and then we sit there for 25 minutes.
But you pushed back on time.
On time departure.
That's right.
Yep. And then we sat there for, I think it was 25 minutes. And I say to Lisa, no, this isn't good. She goes, what do you mean? I'm like, this it's not good. At which point, about a minute later, the pilot comes on and says, hey, message from the cockpit. So when we fired up one of the engines, a light came on in here, and we reset it a couple of times, and it keeps coming on. So we're just going to have to go back to the gate, and we're going to have mechanics come over, take a look at it. Should be able to take care of it. Should be about a 25-minute fix, and then we'll get on our way. Cool. So we go back to the gate that we departed on time from, and I started my stopwatch because
Why not?
That's what I do. And I'm like, 25 minutes. Yeah, sure. So an hour and 45 minutes later.
Jesus.
From the cockpit. Hey, good news. We've, they gave us an update. After an hour, they gave us an update, which is, so the de-icing valve is sticking on the number 2 engine. So in order to fix that, we're just going to leave the valve open, which is perfectly fine, but does mean we need to take on more fuel. So as soon as we get some more fuel, we'll be out of here. That was an hour. 45 minutes later, fuel truck leaves. They close the baggage door. I don't even understand. They had the baggage doors open. Like, anyway, that's fine. So
yeah, because you have to vent just in case when you're fueling.
Yeah, something.
Safety, man.
Yeah. So then we taxied out and we got to the end of the runway, and then we just sit there, and I'm just like, oh my God, please, no, don't. Anyway, that was fine. We sat there for like 10 more minutes. We basically, for unimportant, well, actually, because I'm me, I'm watching my flight radar stuff. And I see the Southwest jet in front of us has to cross the runway to get to the other runway. So flights are coming in on the runway that we're right next to. Here comes flights every 90 seconds, whatever, flights. So then the 737 has to dart across it between flights, right? Thank goodness the air traffic controllers are getting paid. Oh God. Anyway, so then we're not darting across the runway. We're just sitting there. We're not running. And I'm like, oh, what's broken? What's broken? Is the valve still open? And then I realize, that runway the 737 took off on, that's the shortest runway here. We're fueled to fly 10 hours nonstop to London, and they just put extra fuel on board because we got an open valve. We need the big runway, which is currently being used for all the landing planes.
You gotta wait.
No, We just needed to get into literally a plane landed. And as soon as it landed, we came out, turned a corner, and then accelerated.
Oh, wow.
Meanwhile, I'm watching on flight radar the plane that's behind us that's going to be landing. That's like,
Faster,
well,
faster, faster.
it's on 21st South right now. We should be moving now. Anyway, that was fine. And then when we arrived in Heathrow, after a 2.5 hour delay getting there, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Heathrow. There's a plane at our gate, so as soon as they get buttoned up and pushed back, we'll be able to get there and get you off the plane. 30 minutes. So that was a 3-hour delay. So that was 13 hours in the plane for a 10-hour flight. Also meant I didn't get to go to a Premiership game because I was going to go on Saturday and hadn't bought my ticket yet because there were plenty of tickets. And there was no longer time from landing to then get all the way to the other side of London to get to the match. So anyway, there's that. Couple of other things real quick on that. So we were watching British TV, Bangers and Cash. Always a hit.
Are there new episodes or are you just rewatching the old ones?
Yes and yes.
Okay.
It was on all the time. Hey, we've seen this one. I literally said, oh, we've seen this one. Lisa, we've seen all of them. Yeah, but we saw this one 3 weeks ago when we were there. Anyway. So they have some interesting ads. They've got a lot of charity ads. This one wasn't a charity though, and all of a sudden I was like, what the hell is this? So I watched an ad from April King Wills, and it was explaining to you why you need to get an April King will. Okay. Now, what I will say is prepaid funeral services are one of the services are on Bangers and Cash a lot. I don't know what that means. Anyway, that's fine. Hey, what do dads like to do? See about fixing up old cars and making sure you got a prepaid will plan, prepaid funeral services. Anyway, the April King wills were very, very specific about the service that they provide, which is what caught my attention. This isn't just doing wills. No. It's very specific for your house. Okay? But not just anything about your house. It is designed so that you can feel safe and comfortable knowing that your house will not be passed on to your son-in-law or daughter-in-law. They are designed to make sure that your house stays in your family, does not go to your son-in-law or daughter-in-law. I'm like, I don't know what happened to April King, but somebody pissed them off and they went, oh, I'm going to fix this.
That is, gloves are off.
It stays in your family, not the son-in-law or the daughter-in-law. They're not family. I can't believe you married him. I'm going to make sure that that he never gets this house. Anyway, so I found that as a very specific service that I haven't seen. And then at one point we were on a train. We took a number of trains, and I don't know, but suddenly it has become a thing on the underground and on the buses and on the trains. Apparently, everybody has lost their headphones because everybody is just watching videos on public transport on their phone turned up loudly.
Oh, so sweet Lord.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. There's even signs now in the underground that says, please wear your headphones. It's not working. However, at one point we were on a train and I'm hearing video game music loudly coming from the guy who is sitting across the aisle from us. This sucks. And then I hear somebody talking on a phone, but the video game is still going on. And I'm like, but he's the only one here. And I don't really want to make eye contact, but I take a look. I see. On one phone, he's playing his video game on the speaker with his second phone wedged up against his Well, it wasn't wedged up against his ear. It was sitting next to the phone that he was playing his video game on. He has a second phone that he's now on a speakerphone call. So he is doing both at the same time. One guy.
I saw a post. I want to say I saw a post a couple of weeks ago about a lady who has decided that if you're in public transit with her on a speakerphone call, she's just going to join your call,
Yeah.
because I
Why
thought
not?
it was for everyone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just chime in on whatever the conversation is, because it's a public call. I mean, if you're going to do this here, hey, it's now my business.
You know, I love that idea. I also love that idea. There's a lot of people, especially like on public transport, but even more so like in the Delta Sky Club. Every time you're in there, there's usually somebody who's doing very important business on a phone call loudly. Maybe they have their headphones in, but they're talking at full volume so that everybody can hear them talking about, well, we've got to move this around and blah, blah, blah. Now that you think about that, I'm like, would it be a problem if I just walked past while he's talking and just yelled, for God's sakes, put on your pants?
I suppose it's an option.
Yeah, it gives me some thoughts. Anyway, there you go. That's there was some, and then we made it. We made it generally back. We made it back. The small delay. It's fine. And again, we've taken this flight so many times. It's like, yeah, we're bound to get some of these delays. Like, it's fine.
You were due.
We were due. 13 hours on a plane is a long time. Anyway, there you go. What were you while we were in London? What have you been watching?
A whole bunch of stuff. I'll give you some quick hitters here.
Okay.
I said I was listening to Surely You Can't Be Serious, The Making of Airplane,
Yes.
the audiobook.
Yes.
Oh, I finished that, and then I went and watched the movie again.
Sure. Why not? Yep.
Right. Todd, is this a movie you've seen? Have you seen Airplane?
Yes.
Okay.
Surely you must be kidding.
I am. I'm not kidding. And stop calling me Shirley. We also watched Jurassic World,
Okay.
which you saw in the theater and
A
provided
movie I've seen. Yes.
Yes, you saw it in the theater and provided your review here. My review, I don't remember exactly what you said, but I believe it was something along the lines of, there was a lot of exposition. We need less talky and more chompy.
That may have been it. Yes.
I can confirm. Yes. It's a lot of exposition about dinosaurs that is not necessary to the plot. Also, I believe your other criticism was too many dinosaurs. They could have used a few less dinosaur chase scenes. We kind of get the point.
Oh yes. Yeah. Oh, good. The T-Rex swims. This will be cool. Oh, and you made it not cool because it just kept going on and on.
And then we always, at Jurassic Park movies, we track Amy's jump scare.
Okay.
How many jump scares? How many? Not this one, but the previous one. There were 3 jump scares, and you know it's coming. You know it's a jump scare moment.
They're leading up to it. It's yeah.
Yep, and yet she still jumps out of the chair. Jump scare number 1 was caused by somebody crunching an Altoid on the screen. Uh-huh.
They are surprisingly refreshing.
Not wrong. We finished Slow Horses.
Okay.
And I'm now ready for season 5. They did a preview of season 5. I'm like, I'm all in. Sign me up for that. Have you finished Slow Horses yet?
Haven't started.
Haven't started.
Well, we weren't going to start until it finished.
Okay.
Right. And then stuff happened. So
I will say we watched episode 1. Amy fell asleep. She rewatched half. She watched the part that she fell asleep for, and then we started episode 2, and I fell asleep. All of this happened like 5 weeks ago, and then I watched the part that I hadn't watched and was caught up, and then we got distracted because other things happened or whatever. I don't know. Anyway, so this last week we're like, okay, we should try this again because we're okay. We know where we are, so we both rewatched like the last third of episode 2, and episode 3 was a little slow because episode 1 and episode 2 were also a little slow. And I'm remembering as we're watching this that the previous seasons were kind of like that too. They're kind of, hard to get into. But then once you do, it's like rocket ship. So anyway, yes, there's that.
I mean, not to be that guy, but the name of the show is Slow Horses. So,
It does what it says on the tin.
yeah.
Yes. And then we watched a 4-part limited series called Death by Lightning on Netflix. Have you heard of this?
Is this the dark tale of what happened to Lightning McQueen after the movies ended and he went bad?
Yeah, he got addicted to radiator fluid.
Yeah,
And it was
sad.
sad. It was a bad story. Yeah. It was.
Well, I've derailed that.
This is the story of the assassination of President Garfield by Charles Guiteau.
Okay.
And that assassination was, I took this American assassinations class in college, whole semester on, but we called it the Kennedy class because it was mostly about the Kennedy assassination. But we also covered Lincoln and MLK and Garfield. Anyway, but we didn't spend a whole lot of time on it, so I wasn't very familiar with this story beyond Garfield was shot by an agitator who was disappointed because he didn't get a job in the Garfield administration and he thought he was deserved one. He was a disaffected, somebody who, the spoil system, you would just get, the president would just give jobs to anybody who they felt like,
friends, family,
yes,
donors,
whether they were qualified or not.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this was after the election of 1880. But it talked about how Garfield got elected to begin with, and this whole election process and all of these intertwining stories. It was really, really good. And I'm a history guy, and I thought it was really good. And Amy's not so much, and she thought it was good. It's only 4 parts. It's only, I saw, and then I'll be done, I promise. I saw a tweet about, do you want to watch a 4-hour miniseries on the assassination of President Garfield? No, I'm not interested in that. What if I broke it up into 4 1-hour segments? Damn it. You got me. It was really, really good. Michael McFadden and Michael Shannon are the 2 leads in this. Anyway, I know it doesn't sound riveting or exciting. It's very, very, very well done. I highly recommend. How about you? What have you been watching?
Okay, so while we were in London, we watched a few things. We also got to watch dinosaurs, but not on the big screen. We went to the Natural History Museum and saw the dinosaur exhibit that we've been through before. We took Lisa's cousin and her husband to the Natural History Museum. Got to go see the dinosaurs. They have a lot of dinosaur skeletons and fossils, and then you turn a corner, and their animatronic T-Rex that they have there is dressed in a Christmas sweater and a Santa hat. And I just stayed there for a minute, just watching this. And Lisa's like, lot less intimidating.
How does he grab the presents with the little arms?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't. That was he. He didn't. Yeah, he wasn't. He wasn't. He. You don't ask the T-Rex to distribute the presents. That's
Okay.
not. That's not what he's good at. Also, I was impressed. The Christmas sweater that he was wearing, you can buy that exact sweater, but in a much smaller size, in the gift shop right outside. So not only was he wearing a Christmas sweater, he was wearing a Christmas sweater with dinosaurs on it that you can also purchase. There you go. We also went to we went to the V&A's storehouse, which has recently opened out on the east side of London, out by the Olympic Park, and specifically went to when David Bowie died, he gave his entire collection of everything of his memorabilia to the Victoria and Albert Museum, the V&A. So they got over 90,000 items from him. So this is his notebooks that he wrote lyrics for songs in. It is letters that he sent, that he received. It's photographs. It's costumes. It's suits that he wore to award shows. So they put about 200 of those items in an exhibit so that you can see all of this. So like inside the exhibit are some of his like Ziggy Stardust costumes that he wore on stage, or the
Wow.
suit that he wore to an award show, or the graph paper that he wrote out the lyrics, the first draft of the lyrics for Heroes is just right there. Or the storyboards that he had written for a musical that he had that never got produced. And it's all this really amazing cool stuff. It was fairly difficult to get tickets. They're all free, but you had to jump in a queue. I was in a queue for 48 hours online to get tickets for this. Anyway, what I also found that was great. However, they also pointed out, and I found this amazing, the V&A, it's a museum, but it's there for other stuff. They put 200 items out of the 90,000. They point out online in your email, even after you're done with it, and they say, "Hey, can you please give us a rating or whatever?" And in there, if you're interested in something, whether it is for you're doing academic studies, or you're trying to write a book or write a report, or as they point out, if you just want to see something cool, you can go online and submit and say, I would like to see this item from the Bowie collection. They schedule a time and they put you in a room and you can have time with
Wow.
the suit, the costume, the lyrics, the photos, whatever. You can just book a time and just come and see it. So anyway, that was really cool. Got to see some Bowie stuff. And then because we were in London, we did go to some shows. As I noted earlier, what did I see? I didn't see a Premier League match. Thanks, Delta. However, we did see Operation Mincemeat again.
Still as good?
That's a really good show. It's really good. Just absolutely enjoyed it. Saw a new Bevan this time, and it was really good. Saw Hamilton. Probably haven't seen Hamilton since 2016, 2017. They did the 10-year reunion thing on the Tony Awards.
Yes.
And I basically said, maybe we should see it again. We had box seats off to the side. Great seats. It was good to see it again. The music's so good. And as a matter of fact, I generally don't like the second act as much as the first act and the second half of the second act. And I actually was like, oh, I don't know why I didn't like it. I mean, it's pretty good. Man, there's some really good music. So enjoyed Hamilton. We went to Back to the Future. Lindsay suggested that we should go see it. Yeah. Well, it's a thing. It's been in London for multiple years. Have you seen it?
It came to Des Moines and
Yeah.
we skipped.
So this is one that is it's pretty easy to get tickets, pretty easy to get discounted tickets. It was
And then you found out why?
well, it was full though. I mean, it was full, but there was, school groups, and there was a lot of people from outside the UK and outside the US there. But we were at the intermission. I was just like, Lisa's like, "What do you think?" And I'm like, "Ugh, this is. Oof, I'm not sure how it's played for multiple years." And I said, "At least the tickets were cheap." And she goes, "Oh, no, no." She goes, "Our Hamilton tickets were cheaper than these." And I went, "What?" Anyway, we got really inexpensive box seats for Hamilton. It was awesome. Anyway, and then of course we finished up with Book of Mormon. Yet again, almost got that 20 punch card filled out. And will we see it again? Absolutely. So
Yes, we
anyway,
will.
yes, we will. As a matter of fact, to your point, so obviously we'll see Book of Mormon. Every time we go, we think that might be the last time, and then we go, nope, it's still good. Even though the jokes are coming, it's still funny. It's you laugh at it. There's other shows that we see that we never need to see again. Sometimes because they weren't very good. Let's say Back to the Future, not for us. I will say this: the crowd seemed to love it. I think the people. I will say, if you went to the Back to the Future musical and that was like your first musical you went to and you knew it was Back to the Future, you got what you expected. Let me put it that way. That's fine. And some are good, but I don't need to see them again. Like, oh, I've seen it. That's good. And then there's ones like I could see it again and again. And I'm like, I think Operation Mincemeat is in that. Like, give me the jokes, give me the thing. Anyway, so there you go. Yep, we saw all those again, and that's what we've been watching. Didn't make it to a Neil Diamond one though, so we'll have to see.
You can download the soundtrack and
Yeah,
pretty much be there.
it's called the Neil Diamond discography. Just
Greatest
download
hits.
it.
Yes.
Yeah, it's yeah. What did you learn anything this week?
Well, this was something that I learned a couple of weeks ago, actually, right after we recorded our last episode.
Yeah.
Wednesday, November 5th, was National Donut Day.
Okay.
Which I didn't know was I mean, I guess I kind of knew it was a thing, but I didn't realize. Anyway, what I learned was that National Donut Day was November 5th. And then I learned about National Donut Day trivia. So I have some trivia questions for you, Todd.
Of course you do. Okay.
National Donut Day trivia. Okay. So, what internet slang term refers to hyping someone up so hard that it comes across as desperate or performative?
Wait, this has something to do with National Donut Day, though. Rizzle drizzle.
No, that's glazing.
Ah.
What is the collective term for the inhabitants of the eastern region of Oz who welcomed Dorothy with the Lollipop Guild and Lullaby League?
It's the Munchkins, right?
Those are Munchkins. That's correct.
Yeah.
Yep. Which country singer has released hits like Son of a Sinner and Need a Favor and won the CMA Award for New Artist of the Year in 2023?
Duncan somebody?
It's actually Jelly Roll.
All right.
Which German state, home to Munich, Neuschwanstein Castle, and Oktoberfest, is the largest by land area?
Sorry, say that. Wait, what? What German state?
What German state, which is home to Munich,
Oh,
the Neuschwanstein Castle, and Oktoberfest,
Bavaria.
is the largest? Sorry?
Bavaria.
That's Bavaria. Very good. Yes, yes. What seafood restaurant chain takes its name from the pirate cook in Robert Louis Stevenson's Treasure Island?
Long John Silver.
Very good. Yes, yes. And lastly, which classic cocktail is made with whiskey, sugar, bitters, and an orange twist?
An old fashioned.
That is an old fashioned. Very good. Those are all donut trivia questions. You're welcome. How about you? Did you learn anything this week?
Yeah. I went on a wild ride here because I thought I learned something, then I learned something else different, completely different. So there's a headline that said the Farmer's Almanac will be producing its last edition for in 2026, and that
Yes, I
it's going
saw
to
that.
say goodbye after 208 years.
Yep.
And I thought two things. One, I can't believe that it's going away. Two, I can't believe they're still publishing it.
Uh-huh.
I thought that's what I learned. Okay. And then I continued to read the story because I'm like, my goodness, after more than 200 years, it's going to go away. And I'm like, this is terrible. It was first printed in 1818. It's based in Maine. I'm like, how are we even going to know the weather a year in advance if this isn't published? And then I get to the bottom paragraph, and this is what I then learned. The 233-year-old Old Farmer's Almanac, based in New Hampshire, is going to continue publishing.
Oh, well then, all is right with the world.
So, what did I learn? There were two farmers' almanacs. One that was 208 years old, the young whippersnapper, and the Old Farmer's Almanac, which of course is older. There you go. These things, they've been competing, I guess. Also, what did I learn? The Old Farmer's Almanac is also still being every magazine has stopped publishing, and yet up until November of 2025, we've managed to publish two Farmer's Almanacs. Anyway, good luck, I guess. The only other thing I could think of is, if I'm assuming this didn't take them by surprise. If anybody should have seen this coming, it should have been the Farmer's Almanac.
The music is Happy Boy by Kevin MacLeod. You can subscribe to our award-winning podcast with visiting weatherman Todd Prinz wherever you get your pods. Just search Talking and the number 2. There's no G and no space. You can stop by and see us at the Tuba City home office. Please don't do that. You can also check out our Naperville drains if you're in the greater Chicago area. Thanks to our listeners, our sponsors, and our contributors, and our roving reporters, wherever you happen to be. We appreciate you. And as always, you can send your feedback on this episode and any episode to feedback@talkingtotodd.com. Todd?
Hey, really quick. Eli Shetler on the Drake men's basketball team. Real quick, please tell me he's number 2. And if not, please tell me he's number 11.
He's number 10.
That could be fixed.
That should be. It should be fixed. Oh, I think we're going to go on hiatus for Thanksgiving week. And then we'll be back with another new episode in 2 weeks. Until then, we'll have something that we need to clean up. We'll be back. We're here. We're talking to Todd.
I seriously was expecting your story about the tire thing to finish with, and then at the end, after Discount Tire fixed my tire, then they handed me and said that'll be $25, and you said, "Oh, I thought it would be free," and the guy got really, really mad and yelled, "Did that SOB Kevin over at Walmart do this? God damn it, that's the 7th time today. I'm sick of this crap."
No, but that would have been awesome.